A lot has been tested, said and done about Honor 400. We thoroughly tested the cameras of this phone versus other flagship phones and mid-range phones, and it performed really well. But today, let's talk about Honor 400 in general, all the aspects and functionality. This is the truth about Honor 400. Is it an upgrade or a downgrade? Now let's start all about all the negativity around this new Honor mid-range. I feel like a lot of Honor 200 owners are contemplating of upgrading to this new phone just because of the similar things they see on their current phone, and maybe some of the features are also removed from this phone, so it's kind of a big deal for them. The first negative of this phone is the processor. It's not really a downgrade, but it actually has the same chip as last generation. It is the Snapdragon 7 Gen 3, same octa-core CPU, and even the GPU. This is the same Adreno 720. This is a very good and reliable chip. Using this phone for quite a bit, I would say it performs similar to Honor 200. Most of the time, I couldn't feel any difference in terms of opening of apps, playing games, and scrolling through social media apps. I've been using this phone for gaming and it has the same performance as what we have on Honor 200. It can play on high settings and high refresh rate on Mobile Legends. You can play Genshin Impact and PUBG on this phone, but again, similar settings as what we have on Honor 200. So I guess if the majority of your phone usage will revolve around gaming and content consumption, I don't think there's enough separation between Honor 200 and Honor 400. The second reason is there's no telephoto lens on Honor 400. I think this is the biggest downgrade of the new Honor mid-range because I feel like they wanted to promote Honor 400 Pro more if you need that zoom capability. Honor 200 is really a phenomenon when it was first released because this is the mid-range phone that offers trifecta of ultra-wide main and telephoto. So people are praising this model and fans are expecting Honor will do the same for Honor 400, but they didn't. Instead, they snap a bigger resolution main sensor so it can do crop effectively, but fans don't like this implementation. On my camera test, telephoto will still perform better on zoom, especially on daylight situation where you have enough light. You would certainly notice the difference. The next reason is the smaller screen compared to a bigger and curved screen of Honor 200. The newer model has a smaller screen with 6.55-inch screen, 1 billion colors with 120Hz refresh rate. If we compare this with the last generation, we have 6.7-inch OLED display with 1 billion colors and also 120Hz refresh rate. If you are consuming a lot of content on this phone, watching Netflix, YouTube, or even Reels, I mean, it's hard to sell the idea of upgrading to Honor 400 because the screen is smaller compared to the older competition. Also, we have a curved glass on Honor 200 that makes this phone smaller, thinner, and more premium looking than the competition. So I feel this is the biggest minus on Honor 400. And lastly, the price. So obviously two things. If you own an Honor 200, I don't feel like there's enough reason for you to upgrade to Honor 400 if you want to save and get the best out of a smartphone. Because technically it has the same processor, better telephoto, zoom, and curved screen. So you'll be missing out on those features and you still have to pay more for the newer model. Now, not everything are downgrade for Honor 400. I feel like this year Honor focuses on the key features of a mid-range phone. Instead of upgrading everything, they decided to focus on a lot of key areas, and here's why I feel like Honor 400 is an upgrade. The first welcome change is the design, especially the camera module. I don't like the oval camera module of Honor 200. Honestly, it attracts a lot of fingerprints that makes the image soft looking, so I need to constantly wipe the camera module before using it. Also, the pattern at the back of Honor 200 is something that I do not desire. I'm a minimalist, so I like the solid colors at the back, even the two-toned like CMF or Pixel phone. But the design of this phone is outdated and straight up ugly. Now, the other reason for upgrade is something unconventional. This phone is more compact than last year. So there are people that still wanted to use smaller phones, and that's a fact. I mean, that's why we have the regular Pixel 9, S25, and iPhone 16. These popular smartphone makers don't pop up the size of the regular flagship, and that's why we have the Plus version of every model. Just because some people don't want to use bigger phones every time, some with smaller hands will prefer something smaller and more pocketable. Honor 400 provides a more compact size if you desire a smaller phone. The next reason is longer OS upgrade policy from Honor. Do you know that Honor 200 only has 2 years of OS upgrade? It started on Android 14 and would likely receive Android 16, which I feel will be pushed this year. So that's the end for Honor 200. We will still receive 3 years of security patches, but every good features of the new OS will be missed out on Honor 200. And my last reason is actually a significant upgrade from Honor 200. It has a bigger battery, and when I said bigger, I mean 15 to 20% bigger than the older model. It has a whopping 6,000 mAh battery, which is the global version of Honor 400. This will vary depending on the region, but mostly for people who wants to get the global version of Honor 400, we're getting bigger battery with better battery life. Although one of the downside of Honor 400 is the charging speed compared to Honor 200, you can reach 60% in 15 minutes, while we can only reach 40% on Honor 400, 100 watts versus 80 watts for the latest mid-range. But pretty much after charging, we will have better battery life on Honor 400, which I appreciate more rather than the downside. So what do we learn from this? In my recommendation, there's not one answer to this question. If you need better looking design, stronger main sensor, and longer updates, then go for Honor 400. But if you need this for gaming and content consumption, and you need that telephoto lens, then probably stick to Honor 200. But overall, I think Honor 400 is a really good phone for what it's worth. It's highly recommended if you're switching from other phones.